Hey guys, Travels with Animus here. Just want to let you guys know that some new things are happening in the world, like new things going on with Disneyland, such as stuff like going down, like downtown Disney going to expand soon. Also, they're planning on introducing magic bands to make things a lot easier, like how they have it at Disney World. Also, they, Toontown will be shut down while they're building Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Disneyland. And as you can hear, we're getting info about the school districts and how they're having problems keeping staff and students in classrooms now because a lot of people are worried about the way the virus is. For at the moment, they've been having talks on how to, or actually whether or not to make a strike or not, but there have been teachers using up their sick days or just walking out and not showing up because of the way the virus is. Also, a few students have joined in, as well as PA, as well as the PTA members. Here we go.
Well, one parent I spoke with this morning outside of La Escuelita Elementary School had caught wind of the news over social media yesterday. She said that she and other parents are organizing. They want their voices heard by the school board. They don't want to see this school, which is on the list for potential closure to be closed, and they want the school board to take them into consideration.
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we're going to organize because this is an amazing school. We've been with La Escuelita since Layla's been in kindergarten, and we love it. It's close to our home. We know the whole community. It's not okay.
The information about potential school closures comes from Mike Hutchinson, a school board director at Oakland Unified School District, representing District 5. He shared a list including more schools that could merge or close the year after this one, including Fruitvale Elementary and Manzanita Community School, both in his district. He shares in parent frustration over why La Escuelita is being considered for closure.
La Escuelita, which is a newer school that we recently spent almost $100 million to build. There's a real question about why these schools, why now, and how is this proper during a pandemic with no community engagement at all?
There is a special board meeting on Monday to share more details about the potential for school closures, and a final vote on which schools to close would take place February 8th. There's also a regularly scheduled school board meeting happening today, and although it's not on the agenda to discuss the school closures, parents are welcome to come in and speak during public comment about it. We've reached out to the Oakland Unified School District for comment, but have not yet heard back. Reporting live in Oakland, Emma Doss, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Thank you, Emma. And of course, news of the potential closure.
So yeah, that's what's going on right now. The There've been talks of potential strikes happening. So unless teachers are guaranteed the proper safety equipment, N95 or um,
Procedures in place in case of outbreaks. The district says it's already started ordering the masks and agrees with much of
the right masks and stuff.
A new mutation of the Omicron variant has been identified
But if things don't
countries.
um,
Two cases found right here in the Bay Area. It's called the stealth Omicron, and Santa Clara County
work out right, there
scientists know it
will be strikes.
more deadly than the original Omicron strain.
Over 95% of the cases that we see are Omicron. We have just a handful, maybe a pair of cases that are a new subtype of Omicron. It has a,
And as you can still hear, they're
but so far we've
talking about lots of different things that are happening.
Dr. Sarah Cody, the Santa Clara County Health Officer, says the biggest challenge for people right now is trying to stay vigilant and maintain COVID precautions. She says the variant must be monitored to make sure it doesn't lead to a surprise surge.
A new CDC study confirms earlier reports that the Omicron variant is less severe and produces generally milder symptoms than previous COVID strains. The highly contagious variant has shattered COVID-19 case records, but infection is not the same thing as illness. Yesterday, the CDC reported the number of illnesses and hospitalizations produced by Omicron is overall less than in other waves of the pandemic. The study says the ratio of emergency department visits and hospitalizations was lower than in the COVID waves caused by the Delta variant and at the start of the pandemic. The White House has started its rollout of a plan to give 400 million free masks to the public. Distribution of the N95 masks began yesterday. Pharmacies across the country, including CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and others, will offer those masks. Walgreens says they'll be available at some locations as early as this Friday. The free masks will be limited to 3 per person. Bay Area health officials are discussing when to ease mask mandates and other COVID restrictions. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, as the Omicron surge appears to be leveling off here in the Bay Area, public health authorities are talking about how pandemic policies should change once the surge is over. The health officials say it's too soon to declare an end to the pandemic, but it may be time to consider treating COVID-19 as an ongoing but less deadly threat, certainly than it was in 2020. They say restrictions and mask mandates and limits on gatherings may be eased slowly over the coming weeks or months.
More homeowners in Marin County are seeing an increase in their
There you go. So that's what's going on right now with the COVID strain problem with not just around the world, but in school districts. So I hope everyone will understand how things are going. They're doing the best they can until things are safe. Do what needs to be done, but follow what guidelines that has been put out, and try to keep kids in public. All right, so they can get back to somewhat normal practices. Well, that should do it for now, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave me comments. All right? Till then.